Get ready to get in the game. Stretch, strengthen, live, and thrive. You can be a winning athlete in the game of life. It's the Peel Appeal with author and corrective exercise specialist Matt Peel.
Hey, this is Matt Peel with the Peel Appeal podcast, where we talk only the facts, just the facts, scientific evidence. We don't fall for all the social media bullshits out there that may be trendy, not trendy. Science is our guide. And today I am so excited to talk about one of the leading experts on weight loss nutrition that's out there, Dr. Lori Shemek. Welcome, Dr. Lori.
Hi, Matt. Thank you so much. I love the name of your podcast. That's wonderful.
Yeah, it's got kind of a little ring to it there, huh?
It does. It really does. And I'm really an honor for me. So thank you.
Thank you. Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. I was on Dr. Lori's podcast, I don't know, a while ago now.
Has it been like a year and a half or something like that, right?
Ooh, boy, is time flying, huh?
Yeah. Long time ago.
It is. And then interviewed Omar, and Omar was on that one. So looking forward to hearing his here soon too. And today, we're in the midst of the holidays, right? So people they're eating, they're traveling, they're not exercising as much.
Or they're dehydrated.
They're dehydrated. Their pants are fitting a little bit tighter than usual. They're tired, they're fatigued. They're all those things that happen every year.
Yeah.
Do you think we learn?
Well, my feeling is that if we preface a holiday season by just envisioning how we want to feel when it's over. Do we want to be proud of ourselves? Do we want to feel bloated? Do we want to feel energetic, with vitality? And so I think when you think about how you want to feel after the holidays, or even before you go to bed, say on Christmas Day, right? How do you want to feel about yourself? So yeah, hopefully we learn and change, make small shifts.
Hopefully so. So you on drlorishemek.com, so that's DRLORISHEMEK for those of you that are trying to figure out how do I spell all those things. You have an amazing article. It's called How to Bounce Back After Holiday Excess. And I think it's evergreen for holidays every year from now until the world blows up, So let's kind of talk about some of that information in there, and how can someone, let's maybe go from like a pre, during, and then post holiday on how to just get better this year.
Yeah, I think pre-holiday is get yourself in the right mindset, because it comes at you. I'm telling you, I deal with it myself. So I have neighbors that we exchange gifts, and they always bring tons of goodies, right? All of the brownies and the chocolate chip cookies and the candy, and they know what I do for a living. But it's a struggle for me, because I love that stuff. I was addicted to sugar when I was very young, and decided not to add sugar to my diet ever again. And I haven't, for the most part, here and there. But I do, like during the holidays, have some, but not much, right? And my husband, however, is a different story. But so get yourself in the right mindset. Just allow yourself to enjoy the holidays. Don't put, for me, saying no to sugar isn't a big deal. But for some it might be. So just do what you can do. And then I would also say to start thinking about what you can do, like intermittent fasting. 12 hours is excellent, and it's not that challenging, but it also provides a lot of serious health benefits. Just 12 hours. So you think about sleeping 8 hours of that 12 hours, or think about it, you have your last meal at, say, 7 o'clock at night, and your first meal at 7 in the morning, right? So that's 12 hours. and the health benefits are incredible, and especially during the holidays when you've been overindulging. So yeah, I mean, those are the kinds of things it would be nice to see you do before the actual holiday, when people are really eating a lot of stuff, especially refined foods.
Yes, yes. So true. I one of the things I kind of talk about is the word itself, right? The word is holiday. It's not hollow week. It's not hollow
Yes.
month. It's not hollow 3 days, right? It's
Right.
holiday. So
Yeah.
if we, like we talked about pre and mindset, if we go into that and your normal, regular, scheduled self, even if it's a Wednesday night work party, right? So Tuesday, you're fine. Wednesday, you're fine. You enjoy your event Wednesday night, and then Thursday, you're back to normal again.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. And the other thing too is there are a couple supplements that I would recommend taking before the holiday
Hmm.
gets here, because it really helps balance that. Some of them really help balance your blood sugar, and which then prevents cravings or a strong desire for sugar or carbohydrates. And one of those is chromium picolinate.
Hmm.
It's a mouthful, but it's excellent. Most people are deficient in chromium picolinate, chromium anyway.
Yes,
So that's
chromium, yeah.
the reason we're seeing a lot of weight gain and excess eating.
So what are
Um,
a couple, because I know we're talking supplements, but
mhm,
from a food standpoint, what
mhm.
are a couple foods that are decent sources of chromium that maybe people can include into their diet?
We want organ meat is a wonderful source, and plants are if you eat vegetables, that's an excellent source.
Hmm.
And if you eat whole grains, those are good sources.
Okay, cool, cool. What's another one that you were going to say?
And then the other supplement is berberine, and you can't find it in food. It's an herb, or a root rather, and it's really wonderful because it balances blood sugar. It helps uh, oxidize fat in the body, especially belly fat,
Mhm.
and it prevents cravings. So if you take berberine before a high carb meal, it keeps the blood sugar level from rising. So your glucose, when you take berberine, stays relatively stable. And whenever I decide I want to eat some carbohydrate foods that could spike my blood glucose, I take berberine, and it's an excellent all around supplement to have throughout the year. And especially if you have type 2 diabetes, it again keeps that blood sugar, just like chromium does, chromium picolinate.
Hmm.
Um, it reduces inflammation, berberine does. And so, uh you want that on hand, I would say. But those are
So,
two that and magnesium. Okay, those are
mhm.
three that I highly recommend you have on hand, and you take throughout your life, actually, and instead of just during the holidays. They're Because when you think about your blood sugar, it's critical. It is, insulin sensitivity is perhaps really the most important marker of optimal health we have. So you want your metabolic health to be optimized, because when it's not, bad things happen.
True. So berberine, how is that it come in a tablet? Does it come in a powder? Are you taking berberine?
Yeah, it's in a capsule form.
Capsule. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And ideally you want to take it 30 minutes before a meal. Some people take it right as they're eating,
Mhm.
because again, it balances that blood sugar, and it does it very effectively. And if you have fatty liver disease, it's excellent for that. If you have PCOS, it's excellent for that. So, something that is just incredible for metabolic health.
Awesome. And magnesium, a lot of people are familiar with magnesium. But
Mhm.
what is again, what are a couple foods that we can have on, a regular basis that are a significant source of magnesium?
Avocados are one. Um, Spinach is another one, and um, and grains, of course, if you eat grains. I personally don't recommend grains because they tend to spike the blood sugar very high.
Yeah.
And also, they are sprayed with a lot of chemicals, in one including glyphosate. And glyphosate actually can harm your gut health. It kills the healthy gut bacteria, which the gut is the epicenter really of all health.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's not what you eat is what you absorb, right? So your gut's
Yeah,
got to be
exactly.
in good condition to absorb these things that you're talking about. Because even if we eat them and we don't absorb them, they just go right through us. Then they're just passing through. They don't really serve a purpose. So we got to get that gut
Mhm.
health in line.
Yeah,
So great.
yeah.
So okay, so that's kind of pre. How about during? What are some during tips here?
So during the holiday, you mean the day of, right?
Yes, yes,
Or
day
the week
of.
of.
Hollow week.
Um, what we want to do is make sure we're hydrated,
Hmm.
because a lot of people don't realize this, but drinking water can lower your blood sugar. Very important to know that. So, during the actual holiday, I would recommend staying hydrated, very hydrated. And, also too, you want to make sure that when you drink water, that it's purified and you're not drinking tap water if possible, because tap water is loaded with some things like chlorine, for one, that kills the healthy gut bacteria in and of itself, and other toxins. So we want to optimize our health. We don't want to add toxins to it. And so if you drink purified water, drink about half your body weight in ounces daily at a minimum. And if you work out, or it's hot or cold, even cold can deplete you of water, then make sure you hydrate. A lot of people stop hydrating in the winter, yet they're dehydrated because of the heating and the cold air.
Yeah, that's so huge. And I talk about this too, as far as how much, because everybody still thinks, "Hey, I had 8 ounce glasses of water. I'm good today."
Yeah.
Well, if that's half your body weight, you absolutely are good. But if you're a
Mhm.
60-pound child, you don't need 60 ounces of water, right?
Right,
That's a little too much. And
right.
conversely, if you're a 250-pound person, you're going to need a little bit more than those 64 ounces of water.
Yeah. And that's
So,
because you have a lot more tissue going on in the body,
mhm,
right?
yes,
So we need to saturate ourselves with hydration and allow the body to do what it needs to do. Without water, we're really in trouble. We need, especially if you're, I said this in the article, if you are um, eating sugar, which most people will be,
mhm,
you're creating an acidic environment that actually impairs enzyme function. And this means that you need a large you're decreasing your body's water storage capacity, is what I said. So what we want is to use the water to help metabolize all of the junk out of our body, which it will.
yes, yes. And especially, hey, I don't pass up a drink much often during the holidays, so that
Yeah,
dehydrates you, as we all know, which then causes you
good
problems next
point.
day.
Yeah.
But if we can have, yeah, and if we can have, a drink, a glass of water, maybe in between each drink, even if it's just, 6 ounces
Yeah.
or something, it helps. And I think same thing with the soft drinks. We're drinking more Cokes and Sprites, and then we're mixing those and juices in with our alcohol, and we don't realize how much we're dehydrating ourselves on top of that. So water is super crucial. I agree.
It is. And, another thing that people can do is to exercise, and it doesn't have to be like ridiculous and, spending 45 minutes at a time. Just do a quick high intensity interval training, or HIIT as it's called, which takes little time. You can do 10 minutes, 15 minutes, and that's it. And you go as fast as you can. For example, for 30 seconds, and then you go back down to a slow to moderate pace for 90 seconds. Do that 8 times and you are good to go. And that's going to not just keep you healthy on that day, but also throughout the season.
Yes. I like one of the things I'd also suggest right along your lines is Tabata style workouts. I mean,
Yeah.
you can just about, I think, every streaming service. I have Spotify, but you can punch up Tabata on Spotify and the music and the timing, it's already there. So you don't have to worry about starting and stopping. Just pay attention to that. And you can do 3 rounds of 4 minutes there, and you got 12 minutes, and it's something. It's better than nothing.
Yeah, and you people, the research shows that you don't have to do a lot. Now, there's different forms, and we can get into it another day, but the zone 2 training is excellent for longevity purposes, fat burning. But what I'm speaking of, the high intensity interval training, is shows to be excellent for mitochondrial biogenesis and telomere length and longevity. So I think it's really a great way. And also too, it burns fat,
Yes.
for 24 hours later, sometimes 48
Yes.
hours later.
Yes. True. Hey, this is Matt Peel, Executive Health and Wellness Trainer, Corrective Exercise Specialist, and author of The Athlete in the Game of Life. You know me. I'm here to make you a winning athlete in the game of life. And the way I do that is by using Escalade Sports as my preferred provider of workout and sports equipment. Why? Because they've been around for almost 100 years. They're here in the United States of America, made in the USA. And I want you to have the best, and that's why the best partners with me. Home fitness equipment, cornhole, darts, basketball, whatever you need with your sports equipment, Escalade Sports is the one I go to every single time. So go to mattpeel.com, scroll to quick links, click on Escalade Sports and order. Or if you go to any of my social media platforms, click on Escalade Sports, order what you like, right? No code needed. Just enjoy the discounts and get everything you need sent right to your door. Escalade Sports, Matt Peel, and Athlete in the Game of Life. Perfect trifecta for any healthy, active lifestyle. True. So now that we're in the party, and now it's the day after. So what do we do after that? What's on the post side?
Okay, so what we want to do is we want to do some intermittent fasting. And that just means essentially what I spoke of early on when we first started, or just skip your breakfast, right? And this will bring your insulin and glucose back to basic, to a healthy level. And when you're not digesting food, your body is able to do all the repair work it needs. Like, when you're eating sugar, you're directly harming the mitochondria. So the body can help repair the mitochondria. It can help repair the cells in the body. It's able to do that versus all of the energy that's being taken away from digesting food, which is an enormous amount. And that's why people see so many health benefits from intermittent fasting.
That's great tips. Great tips for us to get before the party or the holiday, into it, and after. And of course, drink lots of water. I think that's just a common. It doesn't matter if it's a holiday or not. I mean, every day, because you can't catch up, right? You got to stay in that hydration zone.
Very true. And, and I think every day we should follow these practices. And, in the article, I talk about eliminating refined foods. Well, we're not going to do that probably on the holiday, but,
No.
throughout the year, we can do that and add healthy fats. I think, omega-3 is crucial, crucial to our optimal health. I had on my podcast a doc who was an expert and is an expert in omega-3. And he was saying that because the Japanese eat so much omega-3 and yet they smoke more, they still live 5 years longer because their omega-3 intake is higher, right? So their cells are saturated with EPA and DHA.
And we're
And
not suggesting that you increase your smoking
right.
as a result of this.
Never stay far away.
That is interesting to find out, an interesting fact. I did not know that as far as I knew obviously the omega-3, but that so much smoking yet they're still in better health because of their high omega-3 intake. That's interesting.
Yeah, that was a fascinating fact when I found that out, because it just shows you the power of omega-3.
Yeah, true that. And of course, found in fish, salmon, you know, most of your fish has omega-3s, and that's super easy to find an omega-3 supplement if you're not taking one now. I agreed. Take it. Easy to find in any store.
Right. And I would just say, just a little note for those who are plant-based, there are algae supplements out there. The problem with the plant-based omega-3s, which is called ALA, the ALA doesn't convert to DHA and EPA very easily. And so, and it can be genetic as well. So people aren't getting the proper amount of DHA, EPA over in a large population, obviously. I can't remember where we are in terms of longevity, but definitely behind Japan.
Yes. Agreed on that. Well, awesome. Well, I appreciate you joining me today, Dr. Lori. Is there anything else? How can our listeners find you? Where can they follow you?
Yeah, please follow me on Twitter. I'm Lori Shemek on Twitter. I'm Dr. Lori Shemek on Instagram. And you can find my website at drlorishemek.com. And my podcast is This Podcast Burns Fat. And it does that, and it optimizes health as well.
Awesome. So again, that's for her website, it's DrLorishemek. So that way you spell it correctly. Who knows what you get by spelling it Laurie and spelling out doctor and all those other things. So
also they can find my books on Amazon. So if you're interested.
Yes, absolutely. We love books. So great. Well, I appreciate you spending some time with me during the holidays. And
Matt, I appreciate it. Love being here with your listeners as well.
Yes, for sure. So this is Matt Peel for the Peel Appeal podcast. Until next time, I will see you later.
Are you ready to get in the game? Get personal help, sign up for our newsletter, and pick up your copy of Athlete in the Game of Life, the book, all at mattpeel.com. Thanks for listening.